بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وأصلي وأسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. And we will continue exploring the book of Sahih Bukhari of Imam Bukhari, the book of Jihad and military expedition. Today we are in the chapter Babul Dillul Malaika ala Shahid. Bab Dillul Malaika ala Shahid. The chapter means the head of the angels over the Martyr. Chapter on the shade of the angels over the Martyr. This refers to a narration that describes how angels physically and spiritually honor the Martyr, Shahid, sometimes even shading his body with their wings. And this chapter speaks about how the angels honor the believers, the mujahideen who fight and they get martyred in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's a Shahid. The Shahid, those who die in the battle against the mushrikeen or against any enemy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they are martyrs. So how the angels honor those people? Not the angels, they are the servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they are also worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when the Muslims, when the mujahideen go to battle, they usually come and do jihad with the Muslims. So in this chapter, Bukhari has brought this chapter showing how these angels honor these people, how they honor them. And Imam Bukhari rahimahullah, he brought this hadith. حدثنا صداقة بن فدر قال أخبرنا أن ينينا قال سمعت محمد بن منكر أنه سمع جابر يقول جيء بأبي إلى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وقد متل به وودي بين يده فذهبت أكشف عن وجهه فنهاني قومي فسمع صوت صحيحة فقيل ابنة الأمر وأخت الأمر فقال لما تبكي أو لا تبكي ما زالت الملائكة تدله بأجنحتها قلت لصداق أفيه حتى رفيع قال ربما قال That's the hadith. That is the hadith. Related Jabir ibn Abdullah radiallahu anhu, my father was brought after being martyred on the day of Uhud. On a spread in front of the Prophet ﷺ, the body was covered and he was about to uncover his face, but the people stopped me. Then the Prophet said, the angels are shading him with their wings. And the angels, the father of Jabir, died in the battle of Uhud. They were shading him with their wings. This Sahih al-Bukhari read 254, so in Sahih Muslim. And we are going to speak about those who have narrated this hadith. The first person is Jabir ibn Abdullah. Who is Jabir ibn Abdullah radiallahu anhu? A young companion from the Ansar. He's a Ansari. The Ansaris are those who helped the Muhajirin, helped the Prophet ﷺ. Those who lived in Medina are called Ansars. But those who migrated are called Muhajir. Fought many battles with the Prophet ﷺ, known for his deep love for his father and his relationship with the Prophet ﷺ, narrated over 1500 hadiths. Another person, Abdullah ibn Haram, radiallahu anhu, father of Jabir, a matter of the battle of Uhud. I devoted command to the son before battle. I will be the first martyr today, and you are not to fight, so you may care for your sister. He was added among the first to be martyred, and his body was mutilated by the Quraysh, a tragic act meant to dishonor the but turned into great honor through Allah's decree. This hadith highlights the great honor of martyrdom in Islam, how angels attain and honor the martyr's body, because they covered the body of the father of Jabir, because any and just journey to honor the body. The physical presence of angels are miraculous and constant for the believers. Lesson we learn and reflections. But before we enter, we go there. Let us see some of the how the angels used to honor the Muslims in the battle. Like the Hanzala, known as al-Ghasir al-Malaika, worshipped by the angels. He was martyred in Uhud before performing Wusul, ritual bath. Hanzala, he had intercourse with his wife, he split his wife. So, and he had the call to jihad. So he didn't have time to go and wash himself. He took his horse and straight went to battle. He didn't have time to wash himself, so he died, and so the angels washed him, to honor him. The Prophet ﷺ said, "I saw the angels washing him between the heavens and the earth with fresh water in silver vessels." So he was washing in silver vessels, and they don't bring excuse like most of people. Like those people, they say, leave us to say in our house is naked, and no one is possessing our house. Or the believers say, why does Allah write jihad for us? Some of the believers, why did the jihad written for us? And then the companions, if the jihad came, they went. But then there was a case about those 3 companions who didn't go in the battle of Tabuk, but Allah forgave them. See, only 3, but then the Quran was brought about them. That means how sincere they are, and how they were defending this religion until only 3 people didn't go, and Quran was revealed concerning them. This narration reminds us that the matter is found with both in the heavens and on earth. Angels in his hand to comfort and protect his body. The love of Allah and his angels, and the angels protect the martyrs when they die. Like this martyr he was killed, so they wanted to come and mutilate his body. They couldn't, because Allah sent bees, so they couldn't come near that bees. And they protected in this world. Also, they're protected in this world. Also, we had a story that there are martyrs who they died for like 2 months or 4 months, and their bodies never deformated. They didn't decay and have got no smell. And you could smell good fragrance from their body when they have died and stayed there. Allah musta'an. The love of Allah and his angels for matter is a spiritual word beyond imagination. Allah loves the matters. As a reflection, martyrdom is the highest worldly death. The best death in this world is martyrdom. The martyr is not only alive with Allah, Quran 3/169, but honored by angels, by the honor by angels. Even physical mutilation does not reduce the status, it increases their reward. Being mutilated by the enemy just increases your reward. To angels attain the righteous, Allah sent angels to share, protect and honor the sincere believers, especially martyrs. This shows how the unseen world reacts to a soul that dies in sacrifice for Allah. And there are many incidents that shows that the angels they honor and they honor those who are blind the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Three, gentle consolation from the Prophet ﷺ. Instead of simply forbidding crying, the Prophet ﷺ related the grief by describing the honor in the unseen cream. The way of spiritual healing is replacing pain with perspective. 4, respect for the dead. Jabir wished to uncover his father's face, a natural ra'aj, but people stopped him, likely due to the severity of the wounds. And his father was wounded in many places. And he was an old person. Imagine the father of Jabir. I think he was around 90s. And he was mutilated a lot. So they didn't want him to see. It is not good to show the blood. Islamic religion approaches both respect and honor in handling the bodies of the martyrs. Anyhow, this is about this chapter. How Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent the angels to honor the believers, the martyrs who have died. Barakallahu fikum.